with Camille and Jax are two of his most famous. If he locks in the Jax here, he's very much looking for, all right, I'm looking to be a scaling threat later on into the game. There's little that Sion can do to stop me, and while I might not have kill threat in the 1 versus 1, I have a mixed damage portfolio, which means I'm slightly...
BLG will take the fight to you at every opportunity. They'll make a few more mistakes, but they are so willing just to take a skirmish, whereas a team like Gen G, a little bit more methodical, still incredibly good, of course, has been flashes away here. Broken Blade's going to flash out of the counter-strike.
Low on many, you can get kind of stuck in these awkward lane states where the wave would be getting frozen against him. So part of what he's doing is trading flashes aggressively to just crash the wave and get a good reset. And I think he's so intelligent around playing these kind of timers on Jax, because Jax can struggle. You don't have built-in sustain early on. You can...
The health advantage that G2 have with the numbers advantage. The Nell's going to TP back in. A bit of a scrap.
Skewmon looking for the smite. Goes over to Shun. Now Skewmon hops the World Ender to try and get out of this. Crescent Guard win becomes lightning, doesn't land. Nor does the Solar Snare, but Skewmon has nowhere to go. First blood, BLG.
I mean, the Messi of League of Legends is in our region. How can, we, of course, have excellent Sion players there. Shun, though, looking for a fight.
Encore onto Lebrov, who doesn't have the flash. Caps trying to come across. There's the Enchanted Crystal Arrow as well for the follow-up onto Lebrov. Into the Solar Snare. The Karma finds her just as desserts as Skewmon follows suit. Two more.
Instead, Shun has been the one continuously punishing, and now G2 are just trying to fish. As the first tower of the
this far down this early, you kind of get one good shot, right? You have to choose your moment. You have to say, all right, when we hit 2, they won't have 3 items
Clutches of G2 because Skewmon is down in the bottom lane. BLG will open up the Rift Herald in mid. It's On that's going to ride it into the tower. They get it down to about half. Chain of Corruption goes wide in. A flame will land as Skewmon comes in with the World Ender. They're trying to kill off Viper. Caps has a flank position here as well. The Encore comes down. Everyone dodges away from it, but Viper's able to flash the wall. Even with the crystallized, BLG now begins to collapse. Decimating smash out from Broken Blade. Bin on the backline. Hans Summer has to extricate himself from the situation, but even with a cleanse and a flash, you can't cleanse Bin. He takes 1. BLG just absolutely sweep away G2. You get 1 shot, and you're damn well missed.
An absolute slaughter in favor of BLG as they punish the aggression from G2.
Second dragon of the game, and you look across all the key carries, 1.6, 1.8, 1.2, 2.3k ahead right now. G2, if they manage to come back from this, it would be something pretty darn miraculous.
And Cheryl not going to quite connect onto Hans Summer, but absolutely BLG.
Encore onto Skewmon. On just thinking we can take this trade. Chain of Corruption is going to land. Viper on the chase. Skewmon forced out of his own jungle as the Lebrov trades with Knight. Caps trying to come across. That's TP in by G2. Rebuttal down. Knight has to flash into the Baron pit. He's locked in there, but they can't really follow up too much. Even with the decimating smash in the end, Caps will manage to secure the kill. Either for Viper or for Bin. Shun trying to get in to steal this away. Lebrov on that front line. Crescent Guard down. Good double knock. Good double CC from On. Broken Blade trying to dive onto the back line as the Baron has been stopped, but On is already down. Chain of Corruption is going to land onto Shun as Skewmon goes in for a bit more of a chase. Bin has finally arrived, but they stun him. The Flash Frost. Maybe going to bury him under an icy grave. G2 find another. The Golden Eclipse says goodnight to Hans Summer. The G2.
The best chance, even if it's a slim one.
And now the good news for Caps is he's about to tick over. Oh, hang on, Lebrov.
Bad news for Lebrov is he's about to die. Eddie in a flame coming out won't be enough. With an arrow and a follow-up, Caps getting jumped on by Shun, who uses the Crescent Guard to try and make that Anivia into an omelet, but Shun is a little bit too deep. Counter-strike coming out, Bin there for the chase. On coming in as well. Hans Summer will kill off Shun, but now Skewmon needs to retreat because the Encore finds 2. It's a double up for On and a double kill for Bin. A decimating smash out of Broken Blade trying to save Caps here, who will resurrect, but will he just be brought back to life to immediately die? Glacial Storm, enough of a slow. Viper coming in from the side. Broken Blade trying to retreat to the safety of his tower, and BLG will call off the dogs. They won't look for more.
A semblance of hope is given to G2, and BLG quickly take it away. Broken Blade, though, still fishing for more. He wants to get that kill onto On, but he won't find it.
Has to flash across the wall to escape BLG, who will be able to take
Pattern in this series.
Oh, we're going to go back to live as the action kicks off once more.
Caps being slowed up. Crescent Guard out from Bin on the flank. TP coming in from Broken Blade as well. G2 need to mark Bin. Hans Summer flashes away from the counter-strike. Broken Blade on the front line. Stopwatch from Bin. Double control wards just to spot him out as he dives onto the back line again. The counter-strike, the flash forward from Viper. Bin is unstoppable, and Viper's here to sink in his fangs. BLG will wipe away G2. For a moment it looked like the EU representatives could find a way back in, but BLG just slammed the door in their face.
And Bin just found such a good angle there. He had the Seekers, he flies into the back line. Sure, Hans can flash the first Counter-Strike, but that's what the Seekers is for. Buys the time for the cooldowns to come back up. He can do nothing about the second. Hans is food for the Jax. BLG grab the Baron and have a stranglehold in this game.
And a flash from Viper as well in the midst of that fight. He just says, okay, I'm tired of being zoned away by this Sion.
Test at that next one, deny the soul. But BLG aren't going to give you time because they have the Baron buff. They're going to push through multiple lanes.
Broken Blade going in with the unstoppable onslaught. Now BLG all able to dodge it. Crystallize coming down with the wall as well. The encore on BB. He might be tanky, but he just can't survive the onslaught that is BLG. G2. Desperation ringing through them. Go for the engage. Can't find it. BLG now with a man advantage can look to push in and go to match point.
I mean, BLG game 2 played the game a little bit slower, but here in game 3, they're not wasting any time at all. With the Baron buff, they are melting these towers. G2 only have 4 members left alive, and they just don't have the wave clear needed to stop this siege from BLG. An inhibitor will fall. The tower protected mid, but for how much longer with this siege coming through from BLG?
Arrow not onto Skew when he dashes away afterwards. Solus Nair just short as well. The beat drop not quite connecting onto Lebrov. Good flash bosh on Knight, but Mikhail's away on form, finding the support. Down to 2/3 HP. Only one cannon minion in the mid wave is going to get cleared out. Caps flashing for the Crystallize. The encore only onto the Anivia, but that might just be enough as Caps look for the play. Crescent Guard coming out. Stopwatch as well. Bin on the backline and Hans Summer. He just doesn't get a chance to do anything. Bin is taking names and putting them right in the trash as he wipes away the backline of G2, and BLG are trying to etch their name on the first stand trophy. One more game for BLG, one more game for the LPL, 2-1 to the LPL first seed.
Sub 30-minute victory as BLG